Welcome to this Webisode edition of Talking Points. I'm Mariah Humiston. President Joe Biden hosted a virtual summit with the leaders of the Quad, a group consisting of the United States, Japan, India, and Australia. The allies are attempting to counter what they see as a growing threat from the Chinese government. For more on this, let's bring in Talking Points analyst Chilekasi Adele. So Chilekasi, tell me how this alliance formed in the first place.
So this alliance, of course, like you said, between Japan, India, the United States, and Australia, it formed in 2007. Now, what's an interesting note to that, the 14-year history of this alliance, they've only met one time. That was in 2017 in the Philippines. So not a lot of activity since this alliance started back in 2007.
And so what did these allies really focus on in last Friday's meeting?
So the biggest topic of last Friday's meeting, of course, with the raging pandemic, was COVID. What we're seeing is this kind of COVID diplomacy where some of these nations like Russia and China are trying to go hit other countries with their version of the vaccine. That's what they agreed on here. A lot of developing nations in the Indo-Pacific are going to receive vaccines from this Quad alliance up to 1 billion going up into 2022. So America's going to develop these vaccines, and then you're going to have India produce them, and then you're going to also have Australia and Japan who are going to finance and distribute these vaccines.
Right, and this Quad is a very unique group of countries. What do these countries have in common, and why are they trying to stand up to China in the first place?
So a lot of these issues, you've had countries like India and Japan who've been dealing with what they see as a strong arming from the Chinese government for a very long time. Japan's had complaints. India, there's a border dispute going there right now. There's many parts of the India-China border which are disputed. Even troops, you have troops fighting each other on those lines. But America and Australia, it's mostly a trade thing. Australia tried to hold China accountable last year for what they saw as a lack of transparency from the Chinese government on coronavirus, and China responded very strongly with trade tariffs on imports, and that angered the Australians. They can't do it alone. America, of course, you have Donald Trump, who talked a lot about fixing the trade problems with China, and that's starting to continue now into the Biden administration.
And so finally, what's the next step? When are these countries going to meet next? And what's going to be the next topic of discussion?
So in last Friday's White House press briefing with Jen Psaki, U.S. National Security Advisor Jake Sullivan said that these countries plan to meet again towards the end of the year. That meeting is slated to be in person right now. And the biggest thing that they're supposed to be talking about, cybersecurity. That's the biggest topic. All
right, Chilekasi, thank you so much. That's all the time we have for this Webisode edition of Talking Points. For more, be sure to tune in to our show Talking Points Monday nights at 6 p.m. I'm Mariah Humiston. Thank you for watching.